Hi, friends. I wanted to shoot some video real quick to just kind of talk about how I've been feeling in the past week or so, and maybe I want to do more regular check-ins to throw up here on YouTube. I was kind of thinking about, like, where am I going to put this? And I think YouTube is a good spot. So, because it's not something I want to do podcast episodes on. I just want to kind of share with you guys what's going on in real time, right? So with the change in daylight savings time, my circadian rhythm essentially just got totally thrown out of whack. And right now I'm in mania and experiencing the crash of mania a little bit. I'm feeling it coming on, and I'm trying to figure out how to balance that. So in a sense, I just wanted to take time to document this, because being in this moment is not something that is easy to capture and easy to share, right? So again, for those who don't know me, I have cyclothymia, which is a low-grade bipolar disorder, a high-functioning bipolar disorder, and it essentially allows me to function as a person, but I still have these difficulties when my mania gets triggered, or when my cycle gets triggered. And cyclothymia, it's called that because it goes into a cycle. So I cycle through depression and then mania, typically in that order. Sometimes it goes the other way around, but usually it's that order. And with the change in circadian rhythm, with the daylight savings time recently, I have been put into my spiral. So it's been fairly short. Like, my depression was about a day and a half, and my mania has been maybe about the past day and a half or 2 days, and now I feel like I'm reaching the peak of it. The peak of it when I need to start landing the plane slowly instead of making it crash, right? So part of the problem that occurs is that I start overselling myself to myself. I start making all of these plans for things that I should do or would like to do, and it becomes too much to take on. Like, quite literally, I had multiple podcasts that I've needed to record. I've got things that I've been ordering online. I'm trying not to spend too much money, because in mania, you definitely become susceptible to spending too much money. I've taken on a couple of gigs that I've been really, really busy with, and also having trouble focusing when it comes to doing Uber and Lyft in the morning. So that's been an exhausting expenditure as well. I've also taken on something where I need to do some video editing today. I need to do some consulting videos today. I have this YouTube video that I decided to do on the fly. I want to record one more podcast episode for dopamine for next week, and then the rest of it can wait. I have to write a blog post. I've got all sorts of things that I keep kind of putting on my plate, and I've been thinking about big picture stuff as well for this project that I want to do called the Level Up Club, which I'll kind of share more details of what that is going to be when I figure all that stuff out. But my brain is just going. And so when I'm in mania, it's really hard for my brain to stop. My brain is always going, but in mania, it's hard for my brain to stop, but it's also hard for me to not feel bad for myself when I need to take a break. And right now, I definitely need to slow down and take a break, take a breather. I was going to go to the gym, and I don't even have the energy to do that, to be honest. But I'm going to do some working out here in my apartment and making sure that I do get some exercise, because that's important. So I think some of the things that you can do if you're dealing with mania of some kind is to get back into your circadian rhythm, make sure that you're not staying up too late or getting up too late, that you're kind of waking up and going to sleep around the same times every day. And same thing with, like, your meal change. My meal plan also changed recently as well. I've been doing intermittent fasting in the morning. So that's kind of been messing with me a little bit too. So, it's an adjustment. It takes a little bit of time, but if you're in the middle of this kind of swing and you're dealing with it, it's important for you to stop and do the best that you can to take a break, reassess. Reassess is the best way to do it, because you don't need to just ignore everything. That's probably worse. Sometimes mania is using busyness or using positive feelings as a means to mask difficult emotions that you might be dealing with. And if you're feeling envious, if you're feeling like you're dealing with any kind of, any kind of intense emotion that you're masking through your mania, it's important to stop, question yourself, ask yourself what you're actually feeling, and address it. And, find ways to slow down. Again, it's about kind of landing the plane, not necessarily about stopping it altogether. Because like if you just stop everything, you're likely just going to crash and feel worthless. And like, why can't I do all these things that I want to do? Why can't I become a success? Why can't I do all of this within the time frame that I've allocated for myself, right? Why is my energy not keeping up with my brain, with what I want to do, right? Those are some of the challenges that we face with this sort of thing. So I just wanted to sort of talk about that real quick and share that with you, because that's what I'm going through right now. And if you're dealing with that sort of thing, make sure you're getting enough food, getting enough water, taking time to breathe. And if you have to reassess all of the plans you've been making for yourself, you don't have to ignore them. You don't have to cancel things. Just reschedule, change things around. Make sure that you're not overselling yourself in terms of your ability to do certain things. And, give yourself room to be a human being and take care of yourself. So that's it. Make sure you guys are checking out the podcast with the link below, dopamine.life. And there's also my Myers-Briggs course at dopamine.teachable.com. And all the other stuff. Then you can follow me personally. Let's Go C Note. If you have any questions about this, or if you're dealing with cyclothymia or bipolar disorder or any kind of mood difficulties, I'll certainly help you out the best I can and give you the best advice that I can. I'm not a clinical anything. I'm not a licensed. This is just me speaking from my own personal experience. So take that into account when you're asking me those questions. So I'm going to go do other things and try to slowly land my own plane. And I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.